Hey guys, this is Soumya Konar and welcome to my channel Learn Business Analysis and Product Management with Soumya. So basically this is going to be my first lesson, and in this lesson we are going to discuss about the differences in roles and responsibilities between a business analyst and a product owner and a product manager. So basically there is an idea that there are no clear cut distinction between the roles of a business analyst as well as a product owner as well as a product manager. So we are going to get a clear idea after doing this video. And you guys might be knowing me, so I am Soumya Konar. I have got an overall experience of 11 years and a relevant experience in business analysis and product management domain of around 9 years, and I am currently working as a senior business analyst in Capgemini. So let's go to the lesson and enjoy. Okay, so let us discuss the differences in roles between a business analyst and a product owner and a product manager. Okay, so basically, in terms of the primary focus, business analyst acts as a bridge between the business and technology. They also ensure like the requirements are clear and visible. A product owner owns the product backlog and ensures that team builds the right features. And a product manager defines product roadmap, prepares strategic vision, prepares business goals, and ensures product to market fit. Okay. In terms of the responsibilities, a business analyst needs to gather and document requirements. They need to analyze the workflows. They also need to create process models and support UAT. A product owner needs to define and prioritize the product backlog. They also are required to write the user stories, and also they needs to engage with the dev team on a daily basis, and also they used to accept and the reject works. Okay. And the product manager used to define the product vision and strategy. They also used to perform market research. They used to set OKRs. They also used to align product with the business objectives. Okay. In terms of the decision authority, like a business analyst has got the advisory kind of role. Okay. They used to recommend solution, but they hardly takes any kind of final decisions. Basically, a business analyst acts as a proxy PO only. On the other hand, product owner has complete authority on the backlog prioritization as well as on the sprint scope. Okay, and a product manager takes the high level decisions. They also shows the direction on the product, and they also performs discussion related to the investment as well as to the go to market strategy. Okay. In terms of the deliverables, a business analyst used to prepare the BRDs. The BRDs are basically the business requirement documents. Okay. They also used to design the process flow and the data models. A product owner used to define the product backlog, and also they used to prioritize the same. They used to create the user stories and the acceptance criteria as well as the epics also. And a product manager used to create the product roadmap. They used to create the business cases as well as they used to perform market analysis. Okay, so let us go to the next slide. So in terms of the interaction, a business analyst mostly interact with the stakeholders and the technical teams. Okay, a product owner works closely with the Scrum team as well as with the stakeholders, and a product manager works with the executives as well as with the marketing team, the sales team, and the POs. Okay. In terms of the time horizon, a business analyst basically works for a short term, that is for the current sprint or for a particular release or a cadence. Okay. A product owner basically works for the medium term, because that person needs to work in the current sprint as well as in the upcoming sprints also. Okay, because that person needs to prepare the backlog. On the other hand, the product manager should work for a long term. Okay, basically they used to define the product life cycle. They used to design like how a product will be positioned in the market. All those things needs to be defined. Okay, and the skills required for a business analyst includes analytical thinking. You need to know about the documentation, how to perform stakeholder management, and also some technical skills are also required a bit, not in detail but in bit, but as well as you need to know about various kinds of tools like Jira, Confluence, and other set of tools like the Visio and maybe the Lucid chart and all of those stuffs. As a product owner, you should be agile or scrum expertise, and also you should know how to perform the prioritization, different types of techniques like the Moscow techniques and the other kind of techniques which we are going to discuss later. Also, we need to know as a product owner like how to negotiate with a customer, and also we need to show the empathy towards the customer. And so basically, like, we need to decide about the timeline and what all things are prioritized from the end of the market and which are going to be picked up in the next sprint. All those things are to be decided by the product owner, since product owner is going to be the owner of the product backlog. And as a product manager, he or she needs to perform strategic thinking. That person should perform market analysis, and also that person should have a control over the financial acumen. Now, many people have questions like I have written here, like a product owner should ideally create the user stories and the acceptance criteria and the epics and everything. But as a business analyst, we should also write the user stories and the acceptance criteria and the epics and all of those things. We need to do that. Okay. So it depends upon organization to organization. So I am just talking about the ideal thing. So it is not possible in every organization. Like, we in our organization also used to write the user stories, the epics and everything. So ideally, the role of a business analyst to start with the requirement gathering, and once the requirement are finalized, then we need to draft the solution, and after that we need to create the epics. After that we need to create the user stories, then we need to refine them. After this, the stories are going to be assigned in different types of sprint ceremonies or scrum ceremonies, basically in the sprint planning session. And we also need to work with the developers to help them as much as possible, okay, so that we can deliver within the given timeline. But as a product owner, our role should be mainly that we are becoming the owner of the product backlog. Okay, so our role should be like how to prioritize the things and how to manage the things and complete them within the given timeline. Okay, so we should be aligned with the team, with the internal team also, as well as with the stakeholders. Okay, that is with the market. Okay, so suppose in case certain discrepancies arises and we are requiring some more time or something like that, then as a product owner we need to inform the same to the market, and there should not be any gap in the communication between the internal team as well as with the market. Okay, and as a product manager, like, you are a kind of business person, so you should be a person who has got a bit of strategic thinking, and you are able to do market analysis, you are able to interact with the client on a day-to-day basis. So that domain comes in the scope of the product manager. And also you need to define the roadmap and be clear with the priorities that we are going to achieve. So that is the thing, and this is our first class only. That is our first thing what we discussed, to be clear on the roles and responsibilities of a business analyst as well as a product owner and a product manager. And we will discuss more on the other topics also to learn them as much as possible. Okay, thank you for the session.
So, hope you guys have enjoyed the session. And in case of any kind of queries or anything, you guys are free to comment. So, please comment in the comment box, and please do like and share and subscribe as much as possible, so that I also get into and I also get encouragement to do more of this kind of videos for future. Okay, so take care and hope to meet again in future. Thank you. Bye.